Okay, namaste guys. Today I've got a short little yoga flow. If you're a runner, specifically for runners, we're going to be working on the legs opening up and using different muscles in the legs to strengthen and stabilize our knees, ankles, hips. Going to be doing some exercise to bring mobility into the hips, as well as some balance, working on that stability. You know, if you are running, you're essentially jumping from one foot to the other. We want nice, strong and stable footing when we're running. So this is just a little something that might help with any knee pain or can just enhance your yoga practice a little bit. But first, before we start, we're just going to start with a short meditation to prepare ourselves for the class. We're going to have our eyes closed and just breathing, simply noticing how we're breathing. We're not trying to change the breath. Just simply noticing how we inhale and exhale. As we do this, notice how our breath naturally starts to relax. Starts to flow in a more restful pattern. So from here we can open our eyes, interlocking our hands, reaching our hands up, taking a deep inhale in, placing our right hand on the mat, leaning over to the right side and over to the left side. Coming back to center. We're going to straighten our legs out in front of us. Legs nice and straight, toes pointed towards the ceiling. Inhale, our hands will come up. Exhale, folding forwards. Just breathing here, just holding our body in these positions and allowing our breath to do the work, allowing our body to adapt to the positions, to the poses that we're in. And we can slowly come up. We're going to bend our right leg, interlocking the hands underneath the right thigh and doing a few nice and slow and controlled knee extensions, coming all the way up and down again. And this time when we come up, we're going to bring the toes towards us and away from us and down. And just a few more times, coming up, toes towards us, away from us and down. And we can change sides. Interlocking the hands underneath the left thigh. First, we're just working on those knee extensions. And on our next extension, we'll bring the toes towards us, away from us, and down. And a few repetitions of this. And we can come down again. From here, we're going to lie on our mat. I'm going to face towards you so you can see what's going to happen. We're going to lie down on our mat. Hands can be wherever we like. We'll bring up, let's say, our right leg, soles of the foot pointed towards the ceiling. Palms pointed down onto the mat for support. We're going to bring our leg over to the left side and up, over to the right side, opening up that hip. This is just working on those stabilizing muscles in the leg. The ab and adductors on the inside and outside of the leg. Really important for that knee stability. And this is just a great exercise. You can also, if you want to, add weights onto your ankles to really work those muscles. If you add weights on them, you'll stand up, you'll feel 10 times lighter. I call them windscreen wipers. And we can change legs. Not too many. If the muscles get tired, we can stop. We're not trying to win any awards here. We just want to activate these muscles. Getting blood pumping into parts of the legs that really need blood to pump, that running just doesn't quite reach. So just a little bit of extra movement in some different positions. Open up different energy channels in the body, or meridians, where blood flows, energy flows. And we can come back to center. Come up into a seated position once again. Legs are going to be crossed this time. We'll inhale, hands come up. Exhaling, folding down. Just resting here, working on that spinal flexion there. From here we can come into a tabletop position. We'll tuck the toes, lifting the knees off the ground, coming into a downward facing dog. And here, if our heels aren't already on the mat, we can just walk one to the mat, stretching the calves and the backs of the legs there. Then walking two to the mat. 1, 2. Just going back and forth here. From here we'll step the left foot to the front of the mat, bringing the right knee onto the mat. Really want to be leaning into that front foot. Hands can be down either side of that front foot for support. Chin is up. We don't want the shoulders hunched. Want them down, nice and relaxed. Breathing here. You're going to feel this in the hips actually, right on that inner thigh there. If you're leaning too far back, you can even feel the stretch there. I'll leave that up to you, whether you want to stretch your groin muscle. If you do want to stretch the groin muscle, one I do prefer is if we stay in this position where we can feel the elongation on that inside of the front leg. We bend the back leg and the left hand will grab onto the right leg. Here we can bring that front hand in front of us. So there you get that stretch on the groin and that elongation on the front inner thigh. And just hold for 3 breaths or so. Works on the balance. It's not too comfortable. You have to find that comfortability for you. Bringing the hands onto the mat. We'll step back to our downward facing dog. Again, opening up the body. Just holding here, or you can walk one heel to the mat and the other. It's up to you. And we'll step the right foot to the front of the mat, bringing the left knee onto the mat. Again, leaning into that front foot a little bit, so you feel the elongation along the inner thigh. And if you do want to stretch that groin, you bend the back leg, right hand would grab onto the left leg, left hand comes out in front of us. If you want, you can have the left hand on the mat for support. And the balance always works. It's good for tying in the whole body, working the core, just getting the whole body working together. Bring hands onto the mat. We'll step the back foot to the front foot and we'll come into a forward fold. We'll bring our hands on the backs of our legs. Let the head hang down. Just a couple of breaths here. And if you are quite flexible already, you can already put your hands on the mat. And what's a great one is coming onto the toes and then onto the heels. Again, this is just attacking your flexibility from multiple different angles and using muscles that really don't get used too much. I really like this one, this variation of a forward fold. And slowly we can come up, bringing our hands up into the sky. And hands come down. We've got a couple of balancing poses now that we're going to do. I'll do these facing you. First, we're going to bring our right sole of the foot on the inside of the left leg, palms together. Just going to do 3 or so balancing positions. Again, working on that balance from a few different angles. I always find it helps to sort of wave with the balance. Kind of like if you've ever been to the Eiffel Tower, I don't know, if you stand at the top, I never wanted to stand at the top because it would blow in the wind. I remember my brother or someone in my family said, well, you'd rather it blow in the wind than just snap off. So I try to think of that. When you stand in your tree pose, you move like you're blowing in the wind. You're not trying to hold a rigid position because then if you fall, you're straight away down. It's a good time to change legs. Try and flow. If you feel your balance falling off, just like the Eiffel Tower, the wind blows you out of balance, you just naturally flow back into balance. You can bring both legs down. For this one, I'll turn the other way so you can see, a little complicated. Our eagle pose will wrap our right leg around the left leg, and the right arm will come over the left arm, wrapping around again. Slight bend in that left leg. Breathing here. And we can unravel, changing sides, left leg around the right leg, left arm over the right arm, and wrapping around. And we can come out. And last balancing pose we'll do, really good for the knee stabilization, our warrior 3, standing on our left leg, lifting our right leg up. First, we keep the hands down by our side, trying to get our body parallel to the ground. If we're comfortable, we lift the hands up above the head. That really works the balance there. And we can change sides. Just 3 breaths or so in these balancing positions. Slowly coming up. So we'll just have one standing flow that should work on the hip mobility as well as strengthening some of the muscles in the legs to bring some stabilization, and we'll stretch out those hamstrings a bit. We'll start at the front of the mat. We'll step the right foot about halfway back, toes at 45-degree angle, hips facing the front. Either we have the hands behind the back or on the hips. If they're behind the back, they're in this prayer position. We inhale, chin comes up, and exhaling, folding down until you feel that hamstring, front hamstring stretch. We want to keep our chin up as well. Head doesn't hang down here. Chin stays up. And just a couple of breaths here, opening up that front hamstring. Slowly coming up, changing sides. Slowly coming up. Stepping back, hands can come down. This time we'll step the right foot to the back of the mat, toes pointed to the right side of the mat, bend in that front leg, hands come out. This is just opening up the hips, as well as working on that shoulder strength, obviously. Just breathing here, trying to find stillness, sturdiness in the pose. We can straighten our front leg, bringing our front hand down towards our front ankle, looking over our right shoulder. Slowly coming up, hands on the hips, turning both feet parallel to each other. Inhale, chin comes up. Exhale, folding down. Bringing our hands onto the mat above the head. Slowly we can come up. Do the same on the other side. Turning out our right foot, bending down into our warrior two. Straightening that front leg, front hand comes down, right hand down to the right ankle, looking over the left shoulder. Slowly coming up. You can bring both the legs together. Once again, we're just going to hug in the right knee towards the chest. So there's a bit of a counter stretch as well as working on our balance. And we'll hug the left knee in towards the chest. And there you go, guys. So this can be done either before you go on a run or after you go on a run, or really at any time during the week if you feel there's a little pain in the knees. It's a good warm-up for a run, getting the body moving. And it's also a good cool down. So I'll leave it up to you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. And let me know if it helped you as well. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Namaste.